Hi everyone, welcome to lecture 19 on basic inorganic chemistry. My name is Dr. Teresa Chimambam. Today, we will learn how to calculate the percentage of water in a hydrated compound. Okay, what is a hydrated compound? A hydrated compound is a compound that has water chemically bound to it. So examples of hydrated compounds are sodium sulfate decahydrate. You can see that it has 10 molecules of water chemically bound to sodium sulfate. Another example is magnesium sulfate heptahydrate. You can see that magnesium sulfate has 7 molecules of water chemically bound to it. Another example is sodium carbonate decahydrate. You can see that 10 molecules of water are chemically bound to sodium carbonate. So a hydrated compound is any compound that has water chemically bound to it. Sometimes you may be required to calculate the percentage of water in a hydrated compound. So let's look at some examples on how to calculate the percentage of water in a hydrated compound. Okay, so let's look at this example. Calculate the percentage of water in calcium sulfate dihydrate. So to calculate the percentage of water in this compound, we use the formula percentage water equal to molar mass of water in this compound. So in this case, we have 2 molecules of water. So we need to take into account that we have 2 molecules of water divided by mass of the whole compound. So mass of this whole compound, including 2 molecules of water, and then we multiply by 100. So the first step is to calculate the molar mass of water. So in water, we have H2, which is 2 multiplied by 1.008 gram per mole, because this is the molecular weight for hydrogen, and you get this from the periodic table. So for oxygen, the molecular weight is 16 gram per mole. So then mass of 2 water molecules will be 2 multiplied by 2.016 plus 16. And this will give us 36.032 gram per mole. So this is the molar mass for 2 water molecules. So step 2 is to calculate the molar mass of the whole compound, including the 2 water molecules. So the whole of this compound, including the 2 water molecules. So for calcium, the molecular weight is 40.08 gram per mole. Sulfur is 32 gram per mole. Oxygen is 4 multiplied by 16. 16 is the molecular weight for oxygen, and we multiply by 4 because we have 4 oxygen atoms. So this will give us 64 gram per mole. So then mass of the whole compound will be addition of this plus this plus this plus the molar mass for 2 water molecules. So if we add all these up, we will get that the molar mass of the whole compound, calcium sulfate dihydrate, is equal to 172.11 gram per mole. So the next thing then is to put in the values that we have calculated in the formula. So percentage water will then be equal to 36.032 gram, which we calculated for 2 molecules of water, divided by 172.11 gram per mole, which we calculated for the whole compound, including the 2 molecules of water, multiplied by 100. So if we do the division, this gram per mole, we cancel this gram per mole. And if we divide 36.032 by 172.11 and multiply by 100, we will get approximately 21%. So the percentage of water in calcium sulfate dihydrate is 21%. Okay, so if you are asked to calculate the percentage of water in magnesium sulfate heptahydrate, you use the formula percentage water equal to molar mass of water in this compound, which is 7 molecules of water, divided by molar mass of the whole compound. That's the molar mass of the whole of this compound, including 7 molecules of water, multiplied by 100. So first we calculate the molar mass of water. So that will be 7 because we have 7 here. So remember, you always have to take into account the number of water molecules attached to the compound. So 7 multiplied by 2 times 1.008. This 1.008 is the molecular weight for hydrogen, which you find in the periodic table, plus 16 molecular weight for oxygen, again from the periodic table. So this would then give us 126.112 gram per mole. This is the molar mass of 7 molecules of water. So the next thing is to calculate the molar mass of the whole compound, including 7 water molecules. So this will be 24.31 gram per mole. This is the molecular weight for magnesium, plus 32.06 gram per mole. This is the molecular weight for sulfur, plus 4 times 16. 16 is the molecular weight for oxygen. This 4 because there are 4 oxygen atoms, plus 126.112 gram per mole, which is the molar mass for 7 water molecules. So if we add this up, we will get the molar mass of the whole compound, including 7 water molecules, to be 246.482 gram per mole. So now we can put in these values in the formula. So percentage water will be equal to 126.112 gram per mole, which is the molar mass for 7 molecules of water, divided by the molar mass of the whole compound, including the 7 water molecules, multiplied by 100. So this gram per mole, we cancel this gram per mole. And if you do the division and multiply by 100, the answer will be approximately 51%. You see the way I have left all the units? In that way, you will see the units that can cancel out, and you can easily find the unit for your final answer. Let's look at another example. Calculate the percentage of water in copper sulfate pentahydrate. So we use the formula percentage water equal to molar mass of water in this compound, which is 5 molecules of water, divided by molar mass of the whole compound, which is the whole of this compound, including 5 water molecules, multiplied by 100. So the first thing we do is to calculate the molar mass for 5 molecules of water. So this will be equal to 5 because we have 5 water molecules, multiplied by 2 times 1.008. So this 1.008 is the molecular weight for hydrogen, which you find in the periodic table, and the unit is gram per mole. So we multiply by 2 because we have H2, plus 16. 16 is the molecular weight for oxygen, which you find in the periodic table, and the unit for molecular weight is gram per mole. So if we add up all these, molar mass of 5 molecules of water will then be equal to 90.08 gram per mole. The next thing is to calculate the molar mass of the whole compound, including 5 water molecules. So this is equal to 63.55 gram per mole is the molecular weight for copper, which you find in the periodic table, plus 32.06 gram per mole. This is the molecular weight for sulfur, which you find in the periodic table, plus 4 multiplied by 16. 16 is the molecular weight for oxygen, which you find from the periodic table, 4, because there are 4 oxygen atoms, plus 90.08 gram per mole, which we calculated for 5 water molecules. So if you add all these up, you will get that the molar mass of the whole compound, copper sulfate pentahydrate, is equal to 249.61 gram per mole. So now we put in the values in the formula. Percentage water is equal to 90.08 gram per mole, which we calculated for 5 water molecules, divided by 249.69 gram per mole, which is the molar mass of copper sulfate pentahydrate, multiplied by 100. So you notice that gram per mole will cancel gram per mole. And if we do this division and multiply by 100, we will get that the percentage of water in copper sulfate pentahydrate is approximately 36%. Right, this is where I'm gonna end for today's lecture. Please like this video and subscribe, and I will see you in the next lecture.